Hello, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Okay, in the Patrick's Garage. I have never done a body repair video yet, but today I'll tell you how I replaced all floor and part of the spars in the car. Yes, just I remember. I've completely forgotten. This book. I highly recommend this beautiful book. Maybe you can find this book online. I'm not filming the welding process because the sparks from the welding can get on the cell phone and damage it. Today I'll show you what was before, and of course I'll show you what the result of my work. Now we see front passenger floor. I was made this floor from steel plates, tightness approximately 2 millimeters. Here was big, absolutely big rusty holes, and the part of frame was completely rotten, so-called side member. You know, frame and body of the car welded together, and I restored the first frame under the body, and after that body floor. And this piece of frame I find in the junkyard. I welded this piece of frame to the body, and then these plates from steel. First, of course, was patterns, and then from size of them I made these plates for the floor from steel. Tightness 2 millimeters. You see 1, 2, 3, 5. This means what after that I was welded. Attached to the inside seals because floor was rotten absolutely. I hope it's permanent. I'm not one to repeat this work, and I think I can't beat that. So, as you can see now, it's not a tin can, it's a pretty solid vessel. Now, this vessel with flow tightness 2 millimeters. I'm not showed my welding works to you before. Now I'm first day filming about welding. Now you see side seal, only bottom side was rotten, not replaced completely. Right here you see front driver side. And in this picture, passenger side, OEM piece of frame, in excellent condition. I bought it in junkyard and place where I connected it with welding. Here you see square long big pipe. This square pipe I welded to the floor because I can't find original piece of frame, but I can find jack point original. As you may or may not know, I did all these lying on my back, and sometimes particles of hot metal fell into my shirt sleeve. You can't imagine and remember now. There would have been a lot of cursing and swearing. This floor from passenger side, iron wardrobe for clothes, may be very useful for this work. Some plates I was made from them. This piece of frame with original brown color. Maybe would be better sandblasted, but I decided to save original paint. Then I would have it coated. Oh, yes. Now, by the way, you clearly see difference between original and self-made frames. Here you see how I fixed a piece of frame to my old remnants of frame. Anyway, for a lot time, we don't have to worry about it coming completely apart. However, way back when I start, it seems to me very difficult. Right now, you can see what was before, for comparison, obviously. There was only remnants of steel old was rotten, was secured to this plate. Now you see driver side floor and frame on the driver side on the bottom, outside of car, jack point original. Now view from center to the passenger side, and now let's go to look to side sill. Right door little rusted, can repair it without welding, and rear wheels are very weak points for Volvo. If we repair body very often, we repair wheel arches, rear wheel arches. Holm was cheapest solution. I'm using welding only with gas with cylinders. And just I remember not forget disconnect alternator. Of course, a lot of types of welding can be used for repairing. Of course, always we must remember that welding can be very dangerous, can be damaging for anyone who watching at the welding with unshielded eyes. Of course, we all familiar with types of weld. I'm a man who knows his limits and I'm using easiest of them. You know, I don't personally like difficult ways. I'm staying away from difficult repair methods. Then weld works difficult, duration of repair extends a lot longer than it should. And of course, we need to save our surfaces from corrosion, so vessel can last a very long time. There is no absolutely rush. We need to wait until our paint dry. All surface of floor need to be coated when we weld it, and of course under the car. And we need to save our fenders from dirt and sand from wheels. This can protect from small stones and salt. In corners also quite well. And just I remember, if you enjoy this content, go ahead and share it with someone that could really benefit from it. It's a beautiful toy for me, there is no arguing that. And I hope this thing will last a long time, being made in Sweden. And if you got a welder you trust to do the work, get it done. No arguing whatsoever, especially if it seems boring or tedious to you. Rear wheel arch on passenger side. And of course, we got to consider that this right side was damaged. And more than this, we see that gap between fender and door absent. It after rear damages. And the rear door can't be opened correctly. Rear door always jamming. Both rear arch and near future I need to replace it. Rear part of frame also damaged. And in this case, frame should be restored first. And I want to show you these welding wires. Not so expensive. Quality good. High quality welding wire. Thickness 0.8 millimeters. Weight 5 kilograms. It's from Korea. Okay, and maybe you remember my last video about heater. I want to show you heater from 240 series. You see right here this heater. This heater, housing of this heater from two halves. It can be separated. I open it to look inside. We see OEM radiator, but unfortunately it leaks. There's a lot of oil in the car when it works. Now let's pull out it. It seems it's made from copper. And shutters also. Here, in one body, not three parts heater as a 140 series, and these two halves also fixated with these clips as a 140 series. Shutters more reliable, I